Hi, this is needlepointers.com, and today I'd like to show you another cute and quick project that you can make. This is it. It's called the Fat Quarter Pop-Up. And you see it will pop up. It has a spring inside that causes it to stay open. This is a small size that can be made with one fat quarter and the kit that's required. And you can pick any kind of fabric. The one I picked here, I actually didn't have an actual fat quarter of the bike fabric, so I ended up sewing together two pieces of fabric, because if you buy a quarter yard, it's not the same as a fat quarter. So what we need for this project is, this is the pattern. It's by Fat Quarter Gypsy, and it's called Fat Quarter Pop-Up. There are also patterns for other sized pop-up bins. There's like a small, medium, and this is a small, and then there's like a medium and a large. If you go to the link in the description of this video, or in the pop-up in the video, you will see there's a link there, and it will take you to our website, needlepointers.com, where you can purchase. We'll have links so where you can purchase the items you need for this project. So this is the pattern. The other thing that you would need is this is a small pop-up refill. So this is the one we need for this specific project. If you decide to buy the pattern and refills for the other size pop-ups, you would need to get the appropriate ones. So in this refill, it contains three things. It contains the pop-up wire, and you do not cut this apart until it's inside the bag, and it's in the instructions on when to cut it open, and it's like right near the end, so you don't want to just pop this open right away. It also includes the elastic that you need that holds it down, and then it also includes this cute little Fat Quarter Gypsy tag. And you can see these things on the side of this bag here. Here's the elastic, and here is the tag. And then I also put on the optional hanging loop so that I could hang this from somewhere. So I'm not going to go through all of the steps of this bag, because you'll have the instructions here, but I just wanted to show you some things that you need. So this is the next bag that I'll be making, and I've already cut out the fabric to the right size. You do need heat and bond fusible interfacing. You can use lightweight or medium weight, it says in the instructions. And I have fused, as it said in the instructions, I have fused this onto the back of my next bag fabric. There is also a template pattern in the instructions. And what I did was I took a piece of freezer paper, traced it on there so that I could make the use the template pattern more than once, and I didn't want to cut apart my instructions. So from there, I've cut two pieces from my fat quarter for the bottom. You also need some actual safety pins, because when you're putting the wire into the bag, it sits in the bottom of the bag, and then you put the pins around to hold it in place while you finish putting the bottom on the bag, because you don't want it to pop open until the appropriate time. But it's all in the instructions again. So one of the first steps that you do in this project is you place your hanging loop, your little label, and the elastic along the one side of the fabric where the instructions tell you to put them, and then you baste them in place. The step after that is to then sew the bag with right sides together so that you can get a tube. Okay, so at this point I've sewn together my tube and folded it down and top stitched around the top, and then the next step is gets to be a little bit more confusing, so I thought I'd show you the step. So this is the step where we insert the ring, the spring into the bag, and all you're going to do is gather up this fabric that's in the middle, and then we can put the ring in there so it's between the two pieces of fabric. And now it's down in there. And we want to make sure that the tape inside is between, it says to put it between marks. I didn't make the marks, but it's basically you want it to be a little off from where the seam is so that you would be able to, so I have it right down here and here's the seam. So you'll be able to reach in there and cut it at the appropriate time. Okay, so then the next step is to smooth the fabric up, and then we're going to put 4 safety pins down here near the bottom where this is where the spring is. It's way down here right now, and I'm going to put on each quarter, I'm going to put in a safety pin. And what this does is we need to release we have to take the tape off of the spring before we sew it closed, before we sew the bottom on, because otherwise you can't get the tape off. So what the safety pins do is holds the spring down from expanding up, because it will just pop up just like you saw in the sample in the other bag I made. So this is a safety feature requirement. You need to use actual safety pins, and it says that in the instructions. You don't want to just use regular pins or any other kind of clips, because anything else could slip free while you're working on the bottom, and then all of a sudden the spring would pop open. So at this point we're ready to put on the bottom, and I will do that, and then I will show you the completed bag. Okay, so I now have the bottom on my bag. I did an extra step that's not talked about in the instructions. I actually, on this bag, I zigzagged the edge of the thing, of this seam, because you flip it to the inside, and like my other bag here, it has a raw edge on the inside, which I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's a raw edge, and I'm probably going to go back and zigzag this one too, just to finish it off a little bit more. That, you don't have to do that, but I thought it would make it so it won't fray and stuff. So the last step is to actually flip the bag to the in, so it's right side out, and I have a few strings to cut off, but then we finally can take out these safety pins and release the spring. One more, and just expand the spring in there. So now we can just go like this, and the spring is all in there, and it's finished. So again, this one has a little hanging loop. It has the label, and then it has this elastic, which you can use if you want to store your bag to stretch around. It does work. And to keep it collapsed. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out the link in the description of the video, or the link in the pop-up on top of the video, which will take you to a web page on needlepointers.com, which will have links to more pictures and also to the supplies that you would need and pattern for this project. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button and put your comments below if you have any questions. Also, visit our website needleporters.com for more sewing crafts and information.